You're listening to LOA Recon with the Good Vibe Coach Jeanette Ma, where we dissect the ins and outs and the art and science of conscious creation, all intended to amp up your manifesting game. Let's have some fun together. Welcome, and thank you for joining me for another episode. Oh, guess who else joined us briefly for this episode? It was really brief. Harvey and I came in to start recording, and Winston followed us in. He has never done that before. Once he realized we were just sitting in here, he was like, okay, well, maybe I don't need to be here. But I think I know why he followed us in. It's related to a story on today's subject, which I don't even know what it's called yet, but I do know who is responsible for this episode. This one is sponsored by Alex, who left a fabulous comment on the podcast. It reads, "Man, this podcast, golden, so good. I feel like I'll have to listen to it a few times as it has so much. You should totally do one for finding love and dating. Pretty please." Oh, I know what this is about. It was the financial windfall episode, I bet. Anyway, it says, "Love you lots, Jeanette. Thanks so much for these awesome podcasts. Thank you, Alex, for the awesome feedback. You are why I am sitting down today to share this story, and I will get to the Finding Love and Dating episode. It is not this one. I got to be careful as I do that one because, I love that vibration, and it's so natural for me, that vibration. I'm good at it. And this is not the time for me to be activating it. This is not the time. So I'm a little nervous how to do that. I'll get myself straight, though, and I will get that episode for you sooner than later. Actually, I got some other requests on other episodes to do because now we know how to make it rain and attract a financial windfall. We'll do some other ones, too. But today what I wanted to share about was, when sometimes I have prospective clients who will write and say, this is what they want. This is how long they've been working on it and what they're doing. And then they say, but they're not seeing it happen yet. They're not getting any results. Not seeing anything. And I'm like, you're not seeing anything? No results at all? You're not seeing any of it. And they're like, no, it's wild. I'm doing these things for this long and I'm not seeing anything happen. And that's... look, the first place we're going to start seeing it is in our imagination. Before it can happen in our real life, we got to see it internally first. It's in order to see it out there, we got to be doing it in here because that's how law of attraction works. The world reflects what we're observing into existence. Whatever we're focused on, that's how it comes to be reality. And I know some people wonder, but how can I observe it if it doesn't exist yet? That's the thing about conscious creation. We got to be willing to see it first before it exists. And that's what our imagination is for. That's what we're doing with our mind's eye. Or if visualizing isn't your thing, you can do it in other ways. You can speak it so, or you can feel it real, or you can pray, rain, journal. You can write it into being. But one way or another, we have to find a way to tune into it so it can become so. Because if we just keep observing what's already here, we're getting more of the same. And when we want something different, we've got to lead the way by seeing it different. That's the first place we're going to see results. It's in our imagination. So when someone says to me, I'm not seeing anything happen, I'm like, please tell me you're seeing it at least in your imagination, or that it's in your journal, or it's in your words somehow, some way. You are bringing it first. Because reality can't go until we lead the way. We make the first move. Oh, this is just reminding me of a quote that I loved so much, and I don't know who to attribute it to because I'm not finished reading this article. I wonder if I have it on this computer. The quote is, "Go positive and go first." That applies to conscious creation. Okay, anyway, what we know is if we just keep observing what's already here, we're just getting more of the same. So when we want something different, we get to lead the way. We get to see it different, or imagine what we want, or feel it as if it were here, or practice in some form or fashion what it looks like, or sounds like, or feels like. however you like to do that, whether it's through journaling or scripting or affirming or visualizing or acting as if or drafting or guided meditations. Ooh, Abraham's meditations. Some of those are really good. The vortex meditations. I'm not usually a fan of guided meditations, but Abraham's are really good. Or you're using a vision board or magic creation box or whatever floats your boat. Somehow, some way, we got to get there first. It's waiting for our cue. So if we're going to be if we're saying we're not seeing anything, we got to see it in our mind's eye first, because we can't expect reality to give us something that we haven't learned or practiced or become ourselves. It can't do it. That's how law of attraction works. It can only give us what we're the vibration of. And the thing about that is, you don't even have to know the specifics of what you want. It also works to just know the general feeling of it. That's why gratitude journals work. That's why appreciation rampages are effective. In fact, I was just on a GVU call with Carrie, who was quoting Joe Dispenza, who recommended doing 10 minutes a day of feeling gratitude. Joe Dispenza does not make the distinction that Abraham does between gratitude and appreciation. But they've done studies that, can measure the changes of just 10 minutes a day of gratitude. But this is also why I love reminding clients the power of eliminating tolerations. Getting rid of the stuff that's bringing you down. It's why finding any reason to feel better is good for your manifesting success, because everything that we want because we think when we get it, we're going to feel better. So finding a way to feel better now is what puts us in the vibrational vicinity of what we want. And that's all the opening universe needs to start sending in the clients, the lovers, the helpers, the money, the improvements, whatever it is that you want. It happens when you're willing to start feeling better first. Whether we do that by visualizing or scripting or activating the vibration, by simply just finding a reason to feel better now, we got to lead the party in some form or fashion. In fact, I've got an example of how I did this super recently. Was it yesterday or today? It was recent. Oh, I think it was yesterday. It was yesterday. So, I'll tell the short version of this story. I'm looking at my notes right now. Oh my gosh. Here's the short version of the story. It says, foster dog, period. Whoa, nightmare, period. So worried, period. Checked myself, period. Wins happening, period. Hey, that's the short version. I'll tell the medium version, so it makes more sense. I'm laughing, though, at whoa, nightmare. Yeah, so, I got an inspiration. Saw a post, felt the inspiration. It was my local shelter saying, whoa, we're 155% over capacity. They didn't even ask for help. They just basically said, we can't help you right now. We are at our limit. And look, some people could read that post and jump into action out of sadness or out of just problem focused. Ooh, Abraham had a really good quote. Can I find it? How fast can I find it? How fast can I find it? It looks like I can't find it fast because my email thinks I have to type my password again. I have the world's best affirming password, by the way. I don't mind it when I have to type it again. Okay, Abraham, super cool quote today. Who is worried that I'm going to lose track of where I was at in my story? Oh, listen to this. Oh, this is so perfect. If you intend to be of assistance, your eye is not upon the trouble, but the assistance, and that is quite different. Oh, this was yesterday's quote, sorry. When you are looking for a solution, you are feeling positive emotion, but when you are looking at a problem, you are feeling negative emotion. Okay, I like that quote. So I read the post, and I didn't feel like, whoa, problem that I got to try to fix. What I felt was, I can help. I can help. This is something I can do, and I haven't done it in a while. And I like to be regular about this. It's been a little while since I had a foster, certainly a foster dog. I've done a bazillion cats, but it's been a while since I had a dog. And so the beauty of being, it was just perfect timing. It was perfect timing to do a foster dog. So I felt it. When I feel inspiration, I feel it like, it's just such a strong, yes, it's in giant capital letters with 3 exclamation points. That's how I feel it. It's like a green light. It feels like it's just an expansion and a lightness. It didn't feel like, oh, they're in trouble, I got to try to help. It didn't feel like that. It was inspired, okay? That was my long way of saying it was totally inspired to say to my boyfriend, who likes that he just got called a boyfriend when this is what I asked him to do. I've called him a boyfriend before, even though this is my year of no men. I said to Chad, I read him the post and I said, we can help. We can help. I'm feeling emotional right now, but it's good emotion. It's not sad. It's not out of this giant problem, but it's because I'm in a position where I can help, and I am. Not just I can, but I am. This is part of what makes me, to be in service in this particular way. It just lights me up in a way that the words cannot do justice to. And I got a guy who gets it. Come on. I've done this with a lot of guys who don't get it. This guy gets it. So this guy, he so gets it, he's not even waiting for me because I've got calls, so he's not waiting for me. He leaves. He's going to go scout it out himself. I told the rescue contact there, I said, I'm looking for a senior, someone senior, a female, because, I got 2 boys, so let's just have a female, just to be safe. Senior, quiet. She's like, oh, I got 2. She says, bonded pair, just came in. I was like, oh, I didn't say 2, and there's no way I'm splitting up a bonded pair, but that's who she said when I said senior, so I was like, all right, we'll go check out the senior bonded pair. Oh, he gets down there. Yeah, I don't. Oh, he did. I did make him go look at the senior bonded pair because once he got there, he had eyes for one dog and one dog only. Despite the number of animals in that shelter, there was only one dog for him. And it was not a senior. She was a female. She is a female. She's 4 years old. She's pit bull. And they said some nice things about her. Owner release. They said she doesn't get along with other female dogs, but she does okay with males. I got 2 males. Anyway, they said she's cat neutral. Also, she knows sit and down, and they said she's super sweet. She loves her toys. She loves having her belly rubbed. And it's who he fell in love with. What are you going to say? So he brings this dog home. Oh, no, he didn't bring her home. I had to go pick him up because I was taking him to the airport. He was leaving the state to go help a friend. And so I get to be with his true love dog, his love at first sight dog, by myself. But it was going to be temporary. So I get her home, and it turns out, okay, and look, a foster dog from a shelter, and she's been there most of the month, like since the beginning of August, she's been there. And dogs are not at their best when they're in a stressful environment like that, so you got to cut them a lot of slack. It takes a while for them to be themselves. It's just super stressful. So I get her home, and it turns out that, they also said she was house-trained. No, she's not house-trained. That could just be, changing circumstances. Maybe she'll figure it out in a couple days. But she's also not cat neutral. She is the opposite of cat neutral. She is the opposite of cat neutral. And that just was giantly contrasty in this household because I have a lot of cats. I can't tell you how many. I cannot tell you how many, but I got a lot of cats. And no one liked it. So this dog didn't like it, that she wasn't getting to go do what she thought was her job to rid this property of felines. The cats certainly didn't like it. My dogs didn't like it because they knew, well, first of all, there's a new dog in their house. And Harvey, it takes him a minute. But they also didn't they knew, hello, chasing cats, it's a big no-no. They know, do not chase cats. And this was happening until I figured out I got to keep her on a leash because this is not safe. So no one liked it. Dogs didn't like it. None of the 3 dogs liked it. The cats didn't like it. I didn't like it. That's where my note, whoa, nightmare, comes from. Yeah. it wouldn't matter if I had a fenced yard because I couldn't leave her out in it because some of my cats are indoor, outdoor. Some of them are ferals, who hang outside. So yeah, it wasn't good. And it just got worse. It got worse. I'm going to spare you those details. It wasn't good. No one got hurt. I just didn't get any sleep, and I still haven't slept proper. So if I'm not making a lot of sense, my apologies. But I owe Alex an episode because she left me a very kind comment. So I didn't tell Chad that this was going really, really, really poorly because I didn't want him to worry about it while he was gone. But when he was on his way home, I was like, yeah, make it quick. Make it quick. And he was like, well, it's not going well. I was like, it is not going well. Okay, so what I ended up doing was I took the dogs and the foster dog and myself to his house where there are no cats, so we could all have some peace. And this dog was such a different dog without any cats in her environment. I saw what the shelter said when they said she's sweet and friendly and she was relaxed and she was present. She wasn't obsessively looking for cats that she could smell were in abundance in this place. So we had a much nicer night at his place, and I left her there. I took mine back home, and I went to bed. Oh, I did not like what I thought this future held because I was like, there isn't any way I can foster this cat. He is gone from his house too much. He can't keep her there. I can't keep her here. This isn't going to work. And returning a dog, and she's already been to one foster home. She got returned supposedly for economic reasons, which could be completely legit. I just say supposedly because you never really know what stories you're getting. You don't know how much is true and how much people say things just to try to make an animal look better so that it will hopefully make it out alive. If she got returned by 2 foster moms, that's not going to look good for her, and she's in a shelter that's just not having great things happen. Oh. Yeah, I was worried. I was more than worried. I was imagining the worst things. I was imagining terrible, terrible things. I was imagining terrible things no matter what. Like if she stayed here, terrible things. If she went to the shelter, terrible things. If she got adopted by someone else, terrible things. If she was euthanized, that's a terrible thing. And I know to talk myself like death isn't the worst thing, but just none of it felt good. None of it felt good. And my awareness practice paid off. I realized I'm imagining terrible things. This is not how to use your power, girlfriend. This is not it. The way you use your power is this. You practice having what you want before it's here. You see it before you don't see any sign of it, before there's any reason to believe things are going your way. You got to see it first. So I practiced. I practiced seeing it. I practiced feeling it. I just practiced the words of it. I rolled around in that thing. I got it all over me. I practiced a happy ending for everyone, not just for her, but for my dogs, for my cats, for me, for Chad, for the shelter, for all the animals at the shelter. I mean, I got big with it. It's not just her we're doing this for. Let's do it for everyone. So I relished in that. I reveled in it until I was really feeling it. And I know that feeling so well. It's happened so many times. I'm super familiar with it. I know this one. All I had to do was remind myself to go there. So I did. And I did not see... I didn't even mention the things I tried to do. I was like, I texted my trainer. I said, dude, I texted him. I got a new foster dog. I need you. Yeah, I didn't hear from him. I texted 911. I'm like, for real? I gave him some details. Yeah, he wrote back saying, I'm booked through to December. I'm like, oh, dang, that doesn't help. I reached out to a rescue friend. I said, what trainer contacts do you have who can do a dog like this? I got to cure some cat aggressiveness. And he reached out to his favorite. She's booked through November. And this isn't a problem that I even have a week to figure out. Like, it was untenable. The situation was untenable. So when I'm practicing the happy ending, I did have no idea how that was going to come together. I I really couldn't see it. But guess what? I also know I don't have to see it. I don't have to see the details of it. I just have to see the happy ending of it. She's happy. I'm happy. Cats are happy. Dogs are happy. Everyone's happy. That's as much detail as I need to know. I don't know. I have to know how. It isn't my job. And there's no way I'm going to do that better than Universe does. All I have to do is feel what I want in advance. So I did it, and I did it real good because I'm good at this stuff. Okay, so then what happened? I texted Chad in the morning to see how it went, and they had a great time together. She's a great dog. As long as there are no cats around, she's great. And this was the day because his schedule is such that he would need to take her back to the shelter today. And I had basically said that's what's going to have to happen. I'm just bringing her to you tonight so she can have one peaceful night instead of one stressful night in a kennel at my house. And but I had left it in his hands like, this dog is not going to work at my house. And when I texted him in the morning, he had some thoughts. First of all, he was going to clear his schedule completely so he could, I'm going to cry. Oh, a guy who would do this. This is my guy. Oh, Universe, you know me so well. Yeah, he dropped everything so he could hang out with his dog and find a better answer for her. He's not a conscious creator, so he's going to try and muggle his way through this. But I just loved that he's making time to find a better answer that I couldn't find in the very limited time that I had, because I'm not gonna put my cats at risk. Okay, so that was one good thing. And then I had messaged the shelter and said, girlfriend, not cool. This is not working. She is, turns out, not cat neutral after all. Not cat neutral. And that wasn't good news for her, but she did say, because I was like, I got to try to get her in with the rescue group. If I just have like a giant donation, do you know a rescue group who can take her? I'll bribe my way in, because she said everyone's full. And I know everyone's full. But I thought maybe I could bribe her a spot somewhere. And she said, you know what? Everyone who meets this dog falls in love with her. She'll get adopted. Okay, so that was good news too. Worst case scenario, she goes back to shelter. It's still going to be fine. Plus, whoever takes her will have more info. That's good. This is all good. So I thought, okay, maybe I'm just the conduit to her next step on her journey to happily ever after. Like, it doesn't end with me, but maybe I'm just helping her get to her next step, and that felt better. And then I'd asked my trainer if he knew any other trainers, and he didn't reply, but the shelter gave me a referral. That is a super exciting referral. This might work. This could be it. This could really be it. So in my notes where it says wins happening, they're still unfolding, but I'm confident this girl has a good future ahead of her one way or another. And this comes from the willingness to see it, to feel it, to think it, to find the words of it, to find the pictures of it, to just get there before reality does. I got to get there first and hold the place, and it'll catch up with me. That's what's happening right now. This one's fresh, so I don't have all the details about her happily ever after, but it's happening. So that was my long story to say, when someone says to me, I'm not seeing results, I know that someone who is seeing it in their mind's eye in some form or fashion doesn't have that complaint, because stuff happens when we start this party by finding some vibrational alignment to what we want, and it happens fast. And there are so many fun and easy ways for us to take ourselves there, to go hold that spot of our desire until reality catches up with us. We really don't have any excuse for not doing it, especially when you got me here reminding you about it, right? Okay, I'm cracking myself up. I'm my own reminder. I've told you before, I record these for me. All right, so I guess the question I want to leave you with is, what's in your imagination? We're conscious creators, so let's make it good. Thanks for listening, everyone, and happy manifesting.